I recently met a guy that plays left-handed, upside down left-handed. Oh yeah, that's the bass string clearly on the bottom, thus left-handed upside down. Two guitars at the same time. A guitar and a bass. And yeah, he plays right-handed.
Hey y'all, my name is Eikharia Sado and I'm from Houston, Texas.
Dude, first of all, thanks so much for coming in today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Omar told me about you last week, and I was watching video, and I was like, oh, this is really cool, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, initially, he's like, he like does Jimi Hendrix.
A lot of people think that, but I'm just, not really. I'll just do my own thing.
That's the thing that I wanted to convey, is like, when you came in here, you were like doing all this wild stuff, and then on top of that, you're like, oh yeah, I'm right-handed. And I was like, what? So man, take me back. What was your first memory of wanting a guitar? How about that?
Well, on my first birthday, my dad bought me a guitar. Actually, so I was around it for quite some time. I just didn't really know my way around it, but he would show me this little exercise where you just, and I would think I was like, you know, hot stuff. I was like, man, I could play. Wow.
Just off of that little thing.
Yeah, with the
and you'd be like, oh, awesome.
I'm a rock star, right? And then I get to middle school, it got stolen. So I picked up the sax and I played that. I played in a marching band for about 3 years, from 6th to 8th grade. And then I played in a jazz band briefly in the 9th grade. And then I saw other guitar players in there. I'm like, man, what am I doing with this? That's what I want to do. So I just winged it. Went to the sketchy part of town and bought a $50 no-name guitar. It was candy red.
Do you still have it?
No.
Oh,
it's destroyed.
So you got that thing, and like, how did that go? How did you learn? Because like, when you were how
old? In high school.
What year was it? Do you remember what year?
That would have been late 08.
Okay, so 2008. I mean, how'd you learn? Was it like YouTube or?
Just hear it and I'll play it. I would literally we didn't really have good internet back then, so I'd just listen to the radio and just play along, play what I thought I heard and try to transpose it. Even when I played saxophone, I couldn't read the sheet music. Like, I could understand it, but I had to hear it first before I get the melody.
Oh, wow. So that's how you do a lot of stuff. You just do it by ear.
Yeah, it's all by ear. So I like to improv.
That's crazy. So that was in middle school when you picked the guitar back up.
No, high school.
High school.
Yeah, my freshman year.
Because Jimmy said you came in here. I don't. Who knows how old you were, but like he said, you couldn't play anything. That was his memory of you. And then one day you come in and you're like just wearing guitars out, like just killing it on the guitar. And he's like, "What the heck just happened?" Is that true? Or do you remember something like
There's
that?
a video on YouTube when I had only 1 year of experience.
Yeah, he said you came back a year later
Mm-hmm.
and just.
And I was just starting picking up. What happened was, so I had that red guitar. It was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
So it then eventually wore out. And one of my friends in high school, I think that was sophomore year, early part of it, he gave me a Squire Strat. I wanted a Fender bad, and I couldn't afford it.
Right.
Even that red no-name guitar, I would cut out pieces of cardboard, glue it onto the headstock, paint it. I have a guitar teacher, I can confirm this. There was an outline of a Strat in the parking lot of the teachers at Bel Air High School.
Yeah.
Teachers parking lot, and I would paint it all these wild colors, and then I wrote Fender on it. So I was like,
because you wanted a Fender real bad.
I wanted a Fender. So
Wow.
the Squire was the closest thing, and I played that I still have the body to it.
And I'm assuming at that time you were playing right-handed guitars?
It was all, I tried flipping it around, and it didn't make sense.
Right.
So I abandoned it.
How did you get to the journey of playing left-handed? Because to me that's so wild.
Yeah, it is. It was about summer of 2013. I got really sick. I was sick for weeks, and I wasn't eating much, and I hallucinated myself playing a Strat on stage left-handed fluently, just going wild, and there was a whole
Wait,
crowd.
you were sick and you hallucinated that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
hallucinated that. No drugs or nothing.
Right.
It was just- So after I got a little better, I took one of my spare guitars and strung it upside down, and I played the blues scale.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, it's not so hard. There's nothing to it. And I just played it ever since.
So, but at the time you were coming here, you were playing right-handed.
I was only right-handed.
You didn't know this was a left-handed guitar shop.
No, I was like, guitar shop close by where I live? Hell yeah, let's go.
It's kind of crazy that you play left-handed and you came to a left-handed guitar shop not knowing it was a left-handed guitar shop.
Believe it or not, what inspired me to play left-handed was this shop, because I saw it. Eventually I was like, man, you know what? These right-handed guitars kind of suck, and then the cool ones are left-handed, and I was like, I need to figure out how to play. And then I,
So
picked it up.
you started taking up left-handed guitar in 2013.
Yep.
Just because of the shop and your hallucination.
Yep.
I'm sure also then at some point, when did you encounter Jimi Hendrix for the first time? Can you remember your first memories of him?
My dad, he listened to all sorts of music, so we were around that from a young age. There's George Benson, Stevie Ray Vaughan, I mean the list goes on of all the records, B.B. King. A lot of records that I smashed, actually.
What was the first, like, for me, like, I can remember certain things, like, I'm trying to give you a solid example, like, the first time I heard, like, something obscure, like, I heard, like, gosh, I can't remember the name of the ZZ Top Brown Sugar. I don't know if you know that song. But that opening riff, that burn, burn, right? And I'm just like, whoa! Can you remember some of your, like, first, like, guitar moments where you're like, man, I got to learn that lick? What is that?
Oh, very superstitious. Stevie Wonder.
Nice.
Iron Man.
That's really cool, too.
Yeah.
Those are, like, two, like, ends of the spectrum, too. Like, one is, like, soulful, like, Stevie Wonder, and then one is... So there's like the first two.
And then Stevie Ray Vaughan was also... My dad would listen to Austin City Limits all the time. Like, it would be playing...
SRV or just a show?
SRV.
Oh, okay.
On Austin City Limits?
Yeah, right.
They would play it a lot on Channel 8.
Right.
So I remember hearing that, and I was like, that's what a guitar is supposed to sound like, before even knowing anything about it.
Right.
So that kind of programmed me to how I wanted to sound.
Right.
Age.
Man. And... You said you haven't done shows yet, or what are you doing in the way of music? Are you just doing stuff on YouTube? Or? Yeah,
YouTube, TikTok. I have a decent following on TikTok, actually. It's like 4,000 something followers.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. What's your name on there so we can...
It's my name, Ekharia. Eikharia.
Cool.